Don't judge. I'm not really gonna show you my face because, well, I've been crying most of the morning. Um, but I got a little package from somebody who is so wonderful to me, Mandy. This goes out to you. If y'all don't know Mandy, she's the Dixie Dandelion, but she's also my sponsor for Lip Sense, and it just means a lot to have her. She sent me a card saying that she was thinking of me today, and it's Mandy Rhymes, in case you don't know, but it said, "I'm thinking about you today," Isaiah 41:10, which meant a lot because it says, "Do not be dismayed, because I am your God, and I will hold you in my righteous right hand." So it really helped me because I'm scared today, and it's just scary, but I'm worried because I'm scared that, like, this little beautiful heart monitor that I'm wearing, and I can't change clothes, y'all, so I can't take a bath, I can't take this little mesh whatever thing bra off, and so I have the same stuff I had on yesterday. But my fear is that when they get the test results from this heart monitor that I'm wearing, it's not going to show what it needs to. And my mom and I were talking about it earlier this morning. I'm going to turn around. Aren't they beautiful? Thank you, Mandy. Ignore my face because I look like yuck. But my mom and I were talking about it this morning, and my fear is not finding the answers that I need, because I've been this way for over a month now, and I've realized that it's really hard to get people to listen to you when you know something's wrong with your body. People write you off. I had all this blood work done twice, not once, but twice. Don't judge, okay? Because I look terrible. They tested for vitamin D. They tested for clotting disorders. They tested for hormone imbalance, thyroid, you name it, they tested it. They did not test my cholesterol. So how do you go to a physician, a family physician practitioner, and you do all these tests on me, not once, but twice, and you never check my cholesterol? Which, if you know anything, you know, cholesterol is dangerous. And if you have high cholesterol, it can cause a heart attack, stroke. There's problems associated with it. Why wouldn't you do that? Not once, but twice. It's a sad state of affairs in America when you have to fight to get the help you need. When you know something's wrong with your body, I always tell people, listen to your body. Your body knows when something's wrong. But when you've gone to a general practitioner, a family doctor, then you've gone to a blood doctor, then you've gone to a thyroid doctor, then now you're at a cardiologist, and an ear, nose, and throat, I forgot that, and you still have no answers. And they tell you, well, you know, I don't see anything. Well, there's something there, and I'm telling you there's something there, so find it. It's a sad state of affairs that we have to fight for our health and demand that people listen and pay thousands of dollars today. This echo and the carotid ultrasound and all that stuff is going to cost me $500 out of my pocket to may or may not have answers. I don't know. And that is just a drop in the bucket of what I've spent to find answers. And guess what? I really don't have any, other than that I clot too fast. I have elevated clotting disorder. I have no vitamin D. I have obviously a rapid heart rate. And I could have a blockage either in my legs, my carotid, or my heart. But we don't know. After all of this, no answers. And this has been going on for a month. It shouldn't be that hard, people, to get help, to go to a good doctor, to get diagnosed, and to get answers when you're sick. What if this or anybody else was life or death? and you die in the process of trying to figure out what's wrong with you. Isn't that why we have cardiologists, specialists, family medicine? Isn't that what we have them for? If I am fighting and spending all this money for answers and trying to find my own answers, what is the point? What is the point? Because how do you do all that blood work and you never ran a cholesterol? They never checked me for diabetes. A simple stick in the finger, never. So you have to go to the doctor basically and be the doctor and be like, look, I need you to run this test. If I have to tell you what to do to me, then what's the point in me coming to see my doctor? It makes no sense. Because my mom was like, you need to tell him to check this. You need to tell him to check this. You need to Shouldn't they know that? Is that not what they went to medical school for? Shouldn't they know what to test me for blood work? So I have to make a list now and go in and say, since you haven't checked my cholesterol twice, can you check my cholesterol again? Or now? Can you check my vitamin D? Why should I have to tell you that? I'm not the doctor. You are. Anyway, I kind of got on a tangent. It just makes me sad. Because there are a lot of women out there like me who know something's wrong with them and need answers. And they're either A, treated like they're crazy, B, treated like... I don't get treated this way, but I know people who do get treated in the sense of that they're seeking drugs. I don't want any meds other than the ones that are going to keep me alive and keep me going. And I want answers, but the way the medical system is set up and the way they do things, it's impossible for people to get answers, and we shouldn't have to fight this hard to know what's wrong with us physically. That's why we have insurance. That's why we work so hard. That's why we have all these specialists and the robots and you still have no answers. It's sad. And I keep thinking to myself, there's other women, other people out there like me who know something is wrong, and they've been everywhere and they've done everything, and they're at the end of their rope and they don't know what to do because they don't have answers, and they're just brushed off or mistreated or almost treated like a hypochondriac in a sense, because there are bad people out there who do abuse the system, do abuse meds, and maybe are hypochondriacs, but not everyone is. So, and I told my mom that this morning. I said, so what if none of this shows up anything? Where do I go from here? And she said, you keep demanding answers. So what do you do when you what if you keep demanding answers and it is something serious and you die before you get the answers? That is sad. It happened to a friend of mine, Frida Walker, sister. She's a friend of mine. She had breast cancer. She had been being treated over a year for an abscess of her breast. She died when she was 23 years old because she had stage 5 breast cancer, and she went 2 different local hospitals, and they kept packing her breast as an abscess, and she leaves a baby behind because I don't know if it was because she, didn't have the correct insurance. I don't know. Not everybody knows the right questions to ask. I'm lucky because I scrubbed in surgery for 10 years, so I know enough, like I say, just to make me dangerous. Not everyone knows the questions to ask. They don't know. They trust the doctors and the nurses. So if they pack your boob and say, oh, you just have an abscess, they trust it. And they go back and they still believe in you, and then they die. And I don't want to be that. And we should do something different. Things have got to change in the system and in this world for women and our kids and our husbands too, for that matter. We've got to change it. We need to be able to find answers without having to do all the work ourselves, and we need to stop being ignored, and we need to stop being mistreated, and we need to, if we say, hey, something's wrong with me, doctors, you need to listen, because it costs people their lives, and it's a crying shame. It's a crying shame. But so I go today. Hopefully I'll have results, and I can take off this fabulous mesh get up that I got on and take a shower, because you can't take a shower with it either. But it is sad It's a sad state of affairs these days when you have to fight to get a diagnosis when you know you're sick, when you know something's wrong, when you've been having these problems for months, and they're not small, they're heart related and clotting related, which can kill you, and you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off and paying all this money, all these deductibles, $500 I'm gonna plop down today, and then they're probably gonna say, oh, I don't see anything, so it would be a waste, but not really, because you have to do it. You have to. We need answers, and we need to be treated with respect. And that's my soapbox for today. But anyway, I'm a little stressed, can you tell? Hopefully by the end of the day I'll have answers, and whatever that entails, we're moving forward. If I have to have a heart cath, we're moving forward with that too. Pray for me. Pray that they do find answers and they say, yes, this is what's wrong with you, instead of saying, I don't see anything. And I'm having an echo, Leslie, today. I'm having an echocardiogram. I'm wearing a one of those lovely heart monitors that you wear for 24 hours, and I'm having a what do you call it? A ultrasound of my carotid. So they checked my pulse on my feet yesterday and say that it's not femoral because you wouldn't have a good enough pulse, but or you wouldn't have a pulse barely, and that's how they tell, I guess. But they're missing something, and hopefully I'm getting my cholesterol checked today after 3 blood tests and still no cholesterol check. 3 different doctors. They tested for everything else. I can tell you what my adrenal glands are doing, but I have no idea what my cholesterol is. So I just started this to say thanks to Mandy Rhymes for sending me this beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous flowers, and most important, the Bible verse. I needed to be reminded, no matter what happens today, God has me in the palm of his hand, and he is going to help me find answers. I know that. I may just have to keep going. And if you're out there and you're sick and you've been to doctors and they keep writing you off or they tell you nothing's wrong, but you really know there is, keep going. Keep pushing. There's somebody out there that can give you the answers. You're just going to have to find them. And it's sad that we have to do that, but we do. We have to take our health into our own hands these days. So I'm going to turn around and show you one more shot of the beautiful flowers Mandy Rhymes sent me. Mandy, I love you. You are just an amazing friend and an amazing woman. And I'm so glad God chose to put you in my life. It means the world to me. And he knew what he was doing. So here are my pretty flowers. Are they not the most gorgeous things you've ever seen? Purple roses, which happen to be lavender's my favorite. Thank you, Mandy. I love you so much. And I love you all you guys so much. Continue to pray for me. And pray today that they do find an answer. Then they can tell me what is going on, so that whatever it is, I can face it and fix it. I pray that I don't get up there and they say, well, we don't see anything wrong, because I'm probably going to have a meltdown. I'm just letting y'all know now. If y'all hear it on the news, a lady at the cardiology specialist lost her mind, you'll know who it is, okay? So pray for answers. Have a blessed and beautiful day. I love you guys so much. And again, thanks, Mandy, for the flag. Victoria and Bailey, thanks for holding it down at work. I love you.